On the YouTube side, we have Percy Projector, who requested to put modern and classic Sonic in a Back to the Future scene. Nice idea. Of course I'll give it a go. The idea of Sonic being able to time travel? I love it. It sounds like it has never been done before. Okay, all jokes aside, I decided to go for an iconic scene from the movie, where the DeLorean goes 88 miles per hour to travel through time. But instead of using the car, I went for the Supersonics doing the time travel. Unfortunately, there was no props of the Chaos Emeralds, so I used the Crystal Stars from Paper Mario 2. I really liked the fire that I added behind the characters. Not only was it easy to place down, but it also gave the burning animation to make it look like they were leaving a trail of flames behind, just like in the movie. Thanks for the idea, Percy. And on the Discord side, we have Mr. Ragequit, who wants me to make a save about Maya Fate from the Phoenix Wright series. This save was a little bit difficult to make because not only do I have little information of the Phoenix Wright games, but you didn't tell me exactly what the scene was supposed to be about. But I still had some tricks up my sleeve. For this save, I decided to go for a ladies hangout. I even threw Peach, Isabelle, and Mari from Splatoon 2 into the save. I know this isn't groundbreaking, but I've done my best. I like the cups that I placed on the table. Since I was using a prop hunt map, I borrowed the coffee mugs and moved them down here to add some detail. Nothing much, but it still looks nice. First up is Seth. He wants Mario and Luigi fighting Finn and Jake from Adventure Time. Mario sees the two and immediately assumes that they are the cast from Teen Titans Go, so he goes straight for the punch. Luigi tries to stop him, but it was too late. Finn and Jake have no other choice but to battle, and while Luigi is sitting there enjoying the fight, I couldn't find a Hot Pocket on the workshop, so I used a hot dog instead. I really like the concept of a Nintendo versus Cartoon Network crossover. I especially love the facial expressions I gave on Luigi and Jake. Since Nintendo is overprotective with their products and Adventure Time is no longer airing, I guess it's up to us to write our own story. Guess that's what fanfictions are for. Get creative, everyone. Alex wants Shrek, fighting a lot of Capcom characters. For the setting, I chose a creepy abandoned neighborhood, covered in fog, because at this point, Shrek is a creepypasta. Maybe that's why they're fighting Shrek, to stop him from haunting other innocents. We got Mega Man, Amaterasu, and Ryu confronting the ogre, roaring at them like their dinner tonight. I never thought I would create something creepy, yet something amazing at the same time, so I hope you enjoy this save. Unlike some other channel that criticized me for not playing Mega Man during childhood, I feel really proud of this one. Next in line, we have a bunch of Street Fighter characters battling Mario. Ooh, this will be a good one. I mean, I could just make them fight in a Smash stage, but this is Street Fighter we're talking about. I don't know about you guys, but I'm rooting for Ryu because Mario deserves the pain, to be honest. You'd think after ditching Luigi at the end of NSMB Wii, stepping on his foot after he won the tennis tournament, using Yoshi as a stepping stool just to make one jump, and having an awkward relationship with Peach, he would have learned his lesson and be good. I guess not. Remember, kids, be good, and don't be like Mario. You'll get punched in the face. Slender Man creeping up on Mario's birthday, another save where Mario gets what he deserves. Mario celebrates his party, but Slender Man creeps up. His friends try to warn him. Some are just running away, and some are just hiding. I'm just glad that it's not me, because I just got back from vacation celebrating my birthday. Well, I already told you my opinion about Mario, so I don't need to explain it again. No hard feelings. I still enjoy his games. I just don't like his character, that's all. Now let's move on over to Discord. Eggman crashes a flying machine, and Sonic watches the entire thing. One day, Sonic was sitting at the beach enjoying a chili dog when he sees someone in the sky.
No! My grand flying contraption is losing altitude!
Pull back! Watch out, Egghead. You're gonna crash. I had a lot of fun making this save, especially adding the whale blimp from Mario Party 6 to make it look goofy. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy the little things. Okay, moving on, we have Kirby fighting Meta Knight. I was gonna use a Star Allies map, but when I found out that there was a map of the Halbert, I decided to use that instead. It's a pretty big map too. You know, this looks like I created a Smash Bros fight in some way, and it fits very well with these characters. Well, whether if you're on Team Kirby or Meta Knight, we can both agree that these are amazing rivals. Sonic and crew go into a mall for Pizza Hut, requested by Darkness Awaits. When I first saw this comment, I didn't get the reference, so I went on Google just to figure out what it was, and it turns out that the voice of Sonic advertised a Pizza Hut video. I never knew that existed until now, so I got to work and this was my final result. We see Sonic run in a restaurant with pizza in one hand, and many of his friends were surprised to see him there, except for Shadow. I kinda had trouble with this scene because I literally had to go around the entire map and erase too many props just to fit these characters in without crashing the game. Some sacrifices had to be made, and in the end, it was worth it. Alright, one more. I'm Still Chill requested Bakugo and Vegeta at a club? I'm not sure if YouTube is okay with that, but I know one way how to work it out. So after a few fidgeting around here and there, I came up with this. A dance-off. Bakugo breakdances so hard that he might activate his bomb abilities, and everyone is telling him to stop before it's too late. Since this building had a bowling alley, I decided to fill that in. Cuphead gets a strike, as of Wario.
So I missed.
This save was the hardest one to make, due to the anime ragdolls being so stiff with their movements and not having face poser support. It would be nice to add that extra detail, but I'm happy with what I have. Oh look, Bacon Kitty struck again. He wants kids going trick-or-treating with a few additions here and there. Here we have some kids in their costumes going trick-or-treating and having a jolly time. But as they were walking by, Scrooge noticed a building that doesn't look right. Turns out, Mario's trying to lure the kids inside and catch them with his fishing net? But he was caught by some witnesses. This goes to show that no matter where you go for trick-or-treating, there will always be some strangers out there to get you. So remember, kids, be safe on Halloween, don't talk to strangers, and if there's something out there that's too good to be true, don't trust it. And last but not least, we have Freezy, who asked for Ghost Pokemon doing the Thriller dance with Luigi. This might be the perfect way to celebrate the release of Luigi's Mansion 3. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I wound up in this situation. Even if Luigi is being embarrassed by all of the ghosts watching him, I definitely pay money to see this in real life. All in all, this was very fun to make, and I'm proud with this work. That face Luigi makes will always crack me up. Keon Newton wants Link and Corito find a monster. So I didn't know what kind of monster to add, so we looked at all my add-ons, and the creepiest thing that I could find was the Plasm Wraith from Pikmin 3. I figured since Link and Corito are both swordsmen, it might be fitting for them to fight in a forest. Ugh, just looking at that gold creature gives me a chill down my spine. Probably because I was listening to this music while making this. I never beaten Pikmin 3 before, but for a final boss in a Pikmin game, Nintendo knows how to scare their players. Let's just move on. I feel like the Wraith is going to eat me at any moment. Tiniest characters beat up Elmo. Now the first thing that popped into my mind was Pikmin, so I made a lot of Pikmin attack Elmo. I'm not sure why Elmo would get attacked by Pikmin, but I have two theories. He either tried to take away the kiwi that they were carrying, or he tried to kill them. Well, the internet is most known for making memes about Elmo being a killer, so I wouldn't blame them. All in all, this save is pretty hilarious. Elmo's reaction fits perfect with the scene, and I don't regret anything about it. Feel free to quote his reaction. Now that we've done YouTube's comments, let's head on over to Discord. My good old friend Bacon Kitty wants me to make a scene about Endgame with Mario and Asgore. Mario, filled with greed and determination, holds the Infinity Gauntlet in front of him. But before he could make the snap, Asgore shows up with some friends. All they have to do is remove the gauntlet from his hand before it's too late. You guys really seem to understand my point about Mario being a bad guy from last episode. I know that there will be a lot of people that will disagree with me, but it's fine because it's their opinion. But this would be something that Mario would do if he was an evil, selfish jerk. Nintendo did confirm Mario punching Yoshi after all. As for the good side, I definitely would see Asgore as a superhero. He's a strong giant goat who's very friendly on the inside. He'd be kind enough to get some fellas to help him save the world. Great job, Bacon Kitty. Keep your imagination going. Darkness Awaits requested Donkey Kong fighting King Kong, another movie-based scene with video game characters. King Kong climbs up the tower, holding Yoshi in his clutches, but Donkey Kong shows up to save the day. He grabs Mario and tosses him at the beast to knock him out. Well, if Donkey Kong spends most of his time fighting a croc all day, I bet he'd be willing to take on someone bigger than his own size. You know, this scene reminds me of the Sonic save from the first episode. It feels like these characters are at a Universal park. Oh my gosh! It's happening! Freezy asked for Crash Bandicoot riding Yoshi. This should be interesting. Crash Bandicoot was walking around in the Mushroom Kingdom when he saw Yoshi. He immediately jumps on and starts riding him. Luigi is very interested by this. As for Mario, not so much. This looks like a great concept for a Mario and Crash Bandicoot crossover. I could see Crash Bandicoot in a Mario level, looking at the question blocks, thinking that he's gonna break it with a spin attack, only to realize it's made out of metal and ends up breaking his arms. The potential for comedy is out there. Maybe it might be better than Crash's last crossover. Crypto's Rampage, anyone? And to finish this off, we have I'm Still Chill, wanting a bunch of characters fighting a giant Mario. Wow, many of my fans really think Mario is the bad guy. Mario eats a Mega Mushroom and starts stomping like Godzilla. Mega Man tries to shoot him down. Sonic runs to find backup. Kirby flies on his Warp Star. Yoshi flutter jumps to get on Mario, and DK charges his punch on Mario's leg. Nothing much else to say, just 5 characters fighting Mario. Alright, first up is Shots Fired Sonic Boom, wanting Meta Knight and Kirby looking for the Warp Star. Kirby crashed into a forest and lost his Warp Star. Meta Knight offers to help find it, but little do they know it was guarded by the Plasm Wraith! I didn't have an excuse to add him. I just thought it would be fitting. However, King Dedede and a Waddle Doo are spying on the 2 Star Warriors, waiting for the perfect time to ambush them. I really like it when Kirby games have Kirby team up with Meta Knight. Many modern Kirby games have done that several times. I think I could have done better with the boss choice. How would Kirby even fight a monster made out of gold goo? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really need to stop getting the Plasm Wraith involved. Dune Rider wants King Dedede doing the Stand Wrong song from Gravity Falls. After losing miserably in Super Smash Bros., Mario forces Dedede to do a remorseful dance. He starts recording it on camera while the Toads make fun of him. This looks really hilarious, probably because I managed to get Dedede to do the jazzy kick, just like in the clip. It's a shame that I didn't get to finish watching the show, for reasons that can't be explained. Okay, it's Pacifica. I stopped watching Gravity Falls because of Pacifica. But I'm starting to get full of myself. Let's move on to the next comment. X Speaks wants Dio ordering at McDonald's. And for the character to be the employee, I decided to go with Mario. Just another day at your local American McDonald's. Dio ordering lunch, Mario making like Squidward and hating his life, and the Toads just messing around in the kitchen, doing a horrible job. You really need to take fry cook lessons from SpongeBob. But hey, the cast of Animal Crossing seems to enjoy it. Except for Red and Tom Nook, who are ranting to each other about corporate competition, with a few witnesses. Nothing much else to say, just another typical day at a McDonald's in America. But hey, Waluigi is here, that's bonus points for something, right? Right? Timmy Turner, playing hide and seek with SpongeBob, Bob the Builder, and Minecraft Steve. Well, this is a bizarre crossover, but a pretty straightforward one. It's a lovely day to play hide and seek, and Timmy Turner decides to play with his new friends. First he manages to find Bob within 5 seconds, then he easily found SpongeBob due to his inability to camouflage. 30 minutes in, and he wished for a hint, and the three spot a hill made out of bedrock. Yep, Steve is the winner. It's fascinating to see that people are making a lot of weird crossovers like this one, and it's always interesting to hear them. Perhaps if we wait long enough, a new crazy crossover will pop out of our imaginations. But until then, I'll settle with this one. Thanks for the idea, I'll be on white, and with that out of the way, let's end things off with the final comment. Death and Rush, once Luigi and Yoshi chasing Mario. Let's say this takes place at the end of Sunshine. After all the shines were collected, Mario starts his relaxing vacation. Unfortunately for him, Luigi and Yoshi have some serious beef on him. The only one that's concerned for Mario's danger is Toad. Peach couldn't care less, and Sonic is just enjoying the show with a chili dog. At least he's having a relaxing vacation. Well, to be fair, if I were left behind a lot by my brother, or dropped several times in a pit by my friend, I'd be pretty angry too. Some people may complain that's the player's fault, not Mario. But then again, when has Nintendo ever given Mario some character development anyway? Oh well, his loss. My best friend in the world, Bacon Kitty, he wants me to recreate a boss fight similar to the Mario and Luigi games, using whatever character I want. The world is slowly collapsing, and civilization is no more. But never fear, Kirby and Sonic are here to save what's left of it. They confront Lord Crump, controlling his Magnus von Grapple robot, while a few survivors watch from a distance. I had a hard time choosing the two protagonists until I settled with Kirby and Sonic, mainly because they both had a big impact in the Smash series. Sonic stopped Taboo from wiping the entire roster again, and Kirby was the only one who escaped the light of Galeem and recovered everyone. Without those two, Smash would be dead, which is why I chose them. All in all, I think I did a pretty good job with this one. Could have had some more detail around the map, but this fight is the main course. Stay strong, Bacon Kitty. X speaks once Peach attempted to save Luigi from the Plasm Wraith. Wait, what? The Plasm Wraith again? Has my fanbase got addicted to this boss? Also, I like how you poked fun at my joke from last episode. Luigi and Peach were about to picnic outside her castle, when that vicious gold blob captures Luigi and attempts to run back to his formidable oak. Peach uses the power of her stars from her castle to try to save him, but Mario, slowly closing in on her, aims his bomb ready to throw. You know, I would definitely like to see a Mario and Pikmin crossover. I could imagine Bowser shrinking Mario to the size of a quarter and banishing him to a faraway land. He would then use the Pikmin to solve puzzles, rescue more shrunken friends, and collect power stars. I would definitely enjoy it more, you know, if they didn't add any more Wraith monsters. Ugh, that thing is terrifying.
Help me!
Link and Meta Knight having a sword fight. I couldn't find a good map with any cliffs, so I decided to put them on a lava stage. Meta Knight and Link are duking it out. Meta Knight goes for a dive attack, while Link blocks it with his shield. And that's about it. probably the easiest save I have ever done. The only real challenge was finding the sword and shield for Link. Spoiler alert, they were really easy to find. This reminds me of the cutscene in Subspace Emissary, where Meta Knight fights Marth, only this time he's fighting Link. Hopefully we'll get another story in Smash 6, once Nintendo reinvents the controller. Sonic, Shadow, and Silver doing a super transformation in Sonic 06. I couldn't find any models for Super Shadow and Super Silver, so I decided to use their regular models. Solaris, or in this case, Master Giant from Smash 4, starts destroying the world, but when Sonic confronts him, he uses the 7 Chaos Emeralds to transform. No Elise needed. Shadow and Silver are surprised and are ready to join, while the rest of the cast just sit and watch. Eggman is certainly not enjoying this. Sonic 06 is a weird game. It had the potential of being good, but it never had a chance due to its rushed development. Maybe if this game got a remake, it would polish the cutscenes to be more expressive, fix the bugs that didn't work on the original hardware, and even change the story. It's most likely not going to happen though, since Sega doesn't like that game anymore. Oh well, a man can dream. Mario and his friends getting rescued by the Sonic team from the... What?! You want me to include the Plasm Wraith again? Are you serious? Listen, I'm not trying to bash Pikmin 3. I love this game. It's my favorite game in the Pikmin series. Give this game a try. That is, if you have a Wii U. But I hate the Plasm Wraith. Seriously, this thing haunts me in my dreams. It's my worst nightmare. Whenever it captures someone, it holds onto it as if it was its baby and will never let go. Look how it handles Olimar. At one point it even eats him! What if you were Olimar? What if you were held captive by that evil wraith monster that refuses to let you escape? Imagine getting eaten by that creature. This guy is the most threatening menace in the Pikmin series. Why can't it be a Pikmin boss, like the Titan Dweevil, or the Emperor Bulblax? Or what about the Water Wraith? Oh no, please, no, not the Water Wraith. Okay, I guess if that's what you want, then I'll do it! So the story goes like this. Mario invites Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi to Disney World. Their first attraction is the Haunted Mansion. Everyone but Mario is, well, to put it, not having a magical day. As they go along the attraction, their day is about to get worse when Luigi notices a cube with the familiar gold texture. Sure enough, it was exactly what Luigi was thinking it was. But the rest of the gang still didn't notice. Right when Luigi starts booking it, the gang finally is confronted by the living nightmare. The Plasm Wraith! They dashed out of the haunted house and bumped into the Sonic gang. Yoshi trips and is about to get eaten. Sonic runs to grab him while Knuckles attempts to punch the Wraith. Maybe I spent too much time making this save, because there's so much stuff going on. We got sections where Mario is being a jerk to his gang, followed by sections when Luigi notices the Wraith. I may have overdone this one, but you know what? I'm still glad I took the time to make this. I guess the more content it has, the better it is. Also, I chose the Haunted Mansion for this setting because it was the only map that I could find that's theme park relatable. So I hope this works out to you. Now let's get out of here so I can never look at this terrifying fool's gold again! Umberto requests Timmy and Cosmo doing a fusion dance, followed by Piccolo and a boss of my choice. Yay! You hear that, Plasm Wraith? I don't have to choose you this time. What are you gonna do about it? Oh my god! Let's move on already. Timmy wishes he can turn into a Super Saiyan, and Cosmo grants him the fusion dance. Piccolo was watching and knew this was a bad idea, so K. Rool falls on them before they could finish it. I could definitely see Timmy Turner as a DBZ fanboy. I can imagine a crossover episode where he would have a lot of DBZ action figures and watch the show on Saturdays at 7 a.m. Maybe he can wish he would be in that show and he teams up with Goku to fight against enemies. It probably won't happen since Nickelodeon is overprotective, but that's what the fans are for. Also, don't worry if K. Rool hurts them. They're cartoon characters. They'll probably get a bunch of bruises on their faces. I'm sure they'll be fine. And to wrap things up, X peaks again once Sonic saving Mario from being burnt alive. Sonic is getting more attention than the Plasm Ray. After a ruthless battle in the volcano, Mario trips and falls into lava. Sonic didn't want to leave him be, so he grabs his hand and pulls him out. Tails quickly flies with a bucket of water, while Knuckles and Amy rushes to the scene. I don't know if I should feel bad for Mario or say he deserves it. He and Sonic have been rivals for so long that it looks like a tradition at this point. And Sonic is trying to help him. This is kind of emotional when you think about it. Would Mario finally change into a good guy after being saved? Or would he still be the asshole that the internet portrays him to be? I'm sure he will learn his lesson. Hopefully, if Mario's body doesn't get completely burned, thus making him into a new Darth Vader. Yato wants Sonic and Shadow fighting Nazo. I couldn't find a model of Nazo anywhere, so instead I used Petey Piranha. Petey ate the Chaos Emeralds, thinking they were rock candy, and became gold, so Sonic and Shadow followed him to the lava stage to take him out. If Mario and Sonic had another crossover that isn't the Olympics, then I would like to see Sonic take on Petey. But I guess the closest thing that we got is the Petey boss fight from Brawl, so until then, we have that. Thanks for the idea, Yato! For the next save, so in order to make a save with all these VeggieTales characters smiling all the time, I decided to recreate the VeggieTales show. Bob and Larry are in Mr. Nezzard's theater, putting on a show for everyone, and they all seem to love it. I haven't seen the best Christmas gift yet, but I'm glad that VeggieTales is back. They're finally going back to their roots of telling Bible stories, singing silly songs, and making the best jokes possible. Even if you haven't seen the show, or you're not a Christian in general, I think you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Oh, and shoutouts to Mr. Inspector for porting these models to Gmod. You did a great job. Now for something new. I'm going to showcase another save made by Bacon Kitty. As you can see from his footage, he gathered a lot of characters and put them in an orchestral band. Each one of them is playing an instrument, and some of them are playing them in clever ways, like Poochie using his tail to hit a drum, or K. Rool using his belly as a gong. I love how the audience is just a bunch of creatures from the Mushroom Kingdom, with the exception of Isabelle. When it comes to orchestra, the first thing that comes in my mind is the soundtrack from Super Mario Galaxy. It's magical, adventurous, emotional, and quite charming, just like the save. Well done, Bacon Kitty. Joker wants Wario and Waluigi pranking Elmo and Barney. Elmo and Barney decide to get some fresh air at their local city park, but upon sitting down, they get attacked by water balloons. Wario drops them on their heads and Waluigi laughs them off, but they forgot they aren't allowed to make a mess in the park. This reminds me of the opening cutscene from Mario Power Tennis, where the Wario Bros get chased by the security guards. Although, I think they would arrest Wario since he was doing all the work. Waluigi was just there to laugh. I don't know how to feel for Barney and Elmo. I used to be a fan of them as a kid, but now I have a better taste of VeggieTales and Thomas the Tank Engine. Well, mainly VeggieTales. Mattel killed Thomas. Now the next comment, I couldn't understand what it means until I figured out he wanted me to make a fight scene against the... what? The Plasm Ray? Plasm Ray? I don't remember a character name, but... Oh, you mean the Plasm Wraith from Pikmin 3, don't ya? Oh, no. Here's how you spell its name, by the way. So I figured the best way to make a fight scene would have to take place in a Smash stage. Here we have Goku, who throws Elmo, holding onto Deku's leg. Deku is about to punch the Wraith, but Mario steps in and throws fire. He aimed it just right for Deku to punch it into the Plasm Wraith. And Waluigi is just chillin'. You know, I could definitely see the Plasm Wraith as a boss in Smash Ultimate. Missed opportunity, Sakurai. Oh well, maybe next time in Smash 6, when Nintendo reinvents the controller. Although Goku and Waluigi will never make it in Smash ever, we can at least believe it in our imaginations. Shots fired, once a news report gone wrong. Luigi and Peach are live on TV, reporting the latest news, when Mario rudely interrupts them with an announcement. He calls Luigi out for dating Peach, and sets the place on fire. Several witnesses are shocked, and one of them runs away. Can't say I blame her. If I walked in a building and saw the place was on fire, I'd GTFO too. Great, the entire place is burning down. Now I'll never know who won the lottery. Let that be a lesson. Don't play with matches, don't play with fire, and especially don't go crazy with fire. Safety first. Mario and Sonic trick Bowser and Eggman, thinking they pushed them down a hole. After rigging the Olympics, Bowser and Eggman pushed Mario and Sonic off a cliff. Little do they know, Mario and Sonic were baiting them. They knew they were cheating to win, so they finished them off. If you haven't already guessed, I had to make 2 saves just to create the actions happening. You can see I used the same location, but posed the ragdolls to react differently. As for the fake Mario and Sonic, I just used their regular models, but kept their eyes shut. I can understand Bowser falling for a trap like that, but Eggman would be the only one that knows something fishy is going on. Need I remind you, his IQ of 300? Other than that, this was pretty fun to make, and I'm glad how it turned out. Nice idea, Chakra! This next scene revolves around a crossover of 3 animes, Rick and Morty and Mega Man. Unfortunately, Thomas and Dexter are scrapped. The only good Thomas model can spawn as a vehicle, which acts buggy when reloading the save, and the only model I could find for Dexter was this. Seriously, is that supposed to be Dexter? He looks like an actor that doesn't know who he is and decides to just throw on whatever he wants to get a close, accurate look. How is any original fan of the show supposed to react to this? Instead of using Thomas and Dexter, I settled on Sonic and Daisy. The soccer match is Team Cartoon versus Team Anime. Daisy kicks the soccer ball with Team Anime hot on her tail. Team Cartoon races to help her. Most of them. Morty just passes out. And since I had Mario Strikers in mind, I decided to make the Kremlings as the goalies. This one is just sleeping. I'd be rooting for Team Cartoon if you ask me. Aside from Piccolo, I have no idea who these characters are and what they do. Yes, I'm a Nintendo fan that knows who Morty is, but doesn't know who Bakugo is. But you know what? I don't mind, because this save turned out pretty good. Too bad I'm terrible at the Mario soccer games.
Next level games!
Dune Rider strikes again, with Kirby doing a cannonball, splashing Mario, Luigi, SpongeBob, and Meta Knight. Summertime is finally here, and everyone goes for a swim. Kirby goes for the extra mile and does a cannonball. Apparently, despite his small size, his roundness creates a tidal wave, crashing everyone in the water. Meta Knight, now's not the time to sunbathe. I'm feeling a bit jealous because I love swimming. I'd jump in a pool right now, but the stupid coronavirus won't let me. Well, on the bright side, I won't have to worry about getting sunburn. Now let's finish things off with the final comment. Pro Slytherin wants Sans and Papyrus getting an apple stolen by King Kong. Sans and Papyrus are on vacation in a tropical paradise. 5 minutes in, and they decide they want a snack. But it was quickly snatched by King Kong, who makes an escape up the mountain never to be seen again. Only Papyrus was furious. Honestly, if I were them, I wouldn't complain over one apple getting swapped away. There's plenty of other fruits scattered around on this island. They could just bash some coconuts and drink their lives away. Although maybe they should leave now that they know what lives there. Oh well, a vacation is a vacation.